So here we are on day 3 of the wonderful Targa High Country here at Mount Buller. It's a bit brisk this morning, mate, isn't it?
It is a little. I wish I had one of those Mobil jackets, Bruce. It looks beautiful.
Collector's item.
Oh, there would be, yeah, one.
Executives only, right?
One
yeah.
only.
And so it's an earlier start today, which is kind of nice. I know it's cold, but it's crisp. Interesting to see how everything warms up. But the biggest thing I guess we've noticed, apart from the wonderful stages we've done, is the variety of cars here, don't you think? Like even in our group, we've got a couple of Porsches, Mercedes, BMW, our Mustang, a Ford Falcon.
Yes.
I don't think that's very standard. That's just my view
we've got
on
a
that.
Hyundai 130, i30, NI30 or i30N or something like that. So
You have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I
do you?
don't know.
Yeah.
No.
So I think you should stick to the cars you know.
I think
a lot
I should.
about.
Yeah.
There's a Hyundai i30, but
I think the one thing that really strikes me is you don't have to have a supercar. We've got in the whole group.
Yep.
There's Lambos, Ferraris, serious Porsches like GT3 RSs and things, but there's a Corolla, looks like stock standard earlier Subaru WRX. You don't have to be a squillionaire to do this event and get a lot of fun out of it.
you still need to come here. It's not I wouldn't say it's easy. You don't want it to be easy. It's challenging.
Yeah, it's challenging.
But that was my take. You can take a pretty ordinary car if you're a really good driver, make the most of it. But I don't think you want to come with, a pretty average car and really haven't driven it much. That's my take on it. What about you?
Well, I think it's anybody that is interested in this sort of event and this sort of driving generally is a higher grade of driver. There's no question. I haven't seen any bad drivers here, to be honest. But in our group, our little family group we've got is a 69 Mustang, which I used to race one in Touring Car Masters, and I mean, let me tell you, they're not an easy car to drive on a road like this, and he's mastering it quite well. It hasn't got power steering. He's only a slight little bloke, so he doesn't look like he's got big arms, but I don't think
he may have big arms.
He might have big
finishes.
arms. Yeah, he's probably building them up.
The variety is it's also just to take a look at things here, right? We've gone into different towns. There are people on the side of the road, and just watching all the different cars go by, because you don't see many good collections of this level of car, and the sheer variety of things you might be able to afford to buy and things you only dream about.
Absolutely.
But it's great to dream, or it's great to aspire to that next car up.
Absolutely.
And you get to also go over, and I found you can go over to absolutely anybody and have a chat, ask them about their car, what have they done to it, and I think this is a really special part of the whole tour thing, isn't it?
I mean, they're absolute car heads, there's no other word for it, the whole lot of them. We were in Euroa yesterday at lunchtime. The whole main street was full of cars, like a car show. So, and the whole township comes out, and it's a fantastic atmosphere, and it's an awesome event. And I'm a bit annoyed with myself for not doing it 20 years ago, to be honest.
You've still got a bit of time, mate. You'll be right.
The other
part I noticed, you would think a motoring event like this would be pretty much a blokes club.
Oh, lots of girls.
And your better half along.
I did. I don't know whether she's the better, but I did bring her. Yeah, that's definitely.
I think we're all saying she's the better half, JB. Just saying. But
you blokes should pick it up.
There's actually quite a lot of husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend type of situations.
Lots.
I found that interesting. That must be 3 days of that in the car together. But
I think you need to have a special relationship.
You've got a good relationship.
I think so. Yeah. You wouldn't want to be at war, but.
But people shouldn't think it's just a bloke fest. No,
it's not.
You come along. You can bring your better half. I think the female side, I think, having a good time too, right? I know when they were on driving set yesterday, that they were absolutely hyped about it, because it's a great rush to do, and I think when you're sharing that experience, 3 days away seems a bit more fun than just a blokes club. So that's something else that I think is really important about Targa High Country Pick in the tour section. Is it's a very mixed thing, and it's a lot of things that people do as couples, and I think that's great.
Yeah, I do too, mate. Leslie had a drive yesterday in one of the stages and did it really well. Much to my surprise. And
don't say that, JB.
Oh, sorry, I'll take that back. Can I take
she's going to find out you said that,
I know,
right?
I know. No, she did well, but she had she's a car head, and
she had a terrific coach. Is that what you're saying?
No, I always had my eyes on the book, but she loves cars, and it was quite exciting for her.
It's
she
invigorating,
was buzzing at the end of the stage, and it is like it's a serious car lovers event, and it's not. You don't have to be a world champion. You don't have to be a world rally champion or a world circuit champion. You can just briskly drive through these awesome roads. It's amazing. It really is. The competition side of it is, I think, more serious, but that's not the bit where you.
No, exactly. We're in the genuine fun, not being timed, not being competitive. Whilst it always ends up a little bit competitive, like I always try and
well,
make
you're
sure.
always competitive.
I always try and make sure you don't pass me, right? So there's a bit of that, but that's the fun of it, right? And it is a challenge. There's no doubt about the driving should be a challenge. If it wasn't a challenge, I don't think people would come. But
well, you wouldn't do it.
No. There's a lot more to it than you think. So again, wonderful event. Pretty much for nearly everybody that's got a passion for cars or enjoyment of cars. You'll want to see the cars or just get involved. But again, I think if you ever get the chance to do it, you should. But we're going to stay tuned for later on today. Do another, I think, 8 stages, I think, today. Some long ones in there.
Everyone says that the last days are more difficult, challenging, but I mean, I found personally that each day you're more familiar with how it all happens, and it's become more fun and more fun and more fun. So if today lives up to that,
okay,
we'll report in tonight.
So stay tuned. We'll be back again to talk about how all those stages went. Again, thanks to Meguiar's and Mobil 1.